Hello, today I'm going to be checking out Slink Devices, an official pack from Ableton which has just released. Really grabbed my attention, something interesting to check out. We'll do a cheeky video of me playing with it for the first time. I am going to continue on with the series on the syncing the sub to the BPM. Been really enjoying the comments you guys have been leaving with advice and tips and experiments, but I'm just going to leave that for one day and just sidetrack onto this. So this is a fascinating collection of Max for Live devices modeled on the natural movements of water. Just looks really, really neat. We've got a filter, an LFO and MIDI, and yeah, I've just installed it already and I've loaded up the demo project. I haven't done anything else. This is just purely me looking at it for the first time. So let's just go ahead and play this project. Man, it looks cool. Sync clicks. What is this? Look at this. This is so cool. I like the way it looks. Here's our buzz. Oh, Ableton's frozen up. CPU's going nuts. So obviously this is a bit of a CPU hog. Look at these. That's all good though. Audio's playing fine. Alright, let's go ahead and create a new live set for this. I think I'd rather do it this way, just so we don't instantly start with me peaking the CPU and not a good look, not a good look. Okay, so inside of the pack stuff, those were the demo sets. We have presets, we have audio effects. So we have the filter LFO and we have the MIDI effects. So let's go ahead and load the Slink MIDI first. So I'm quite interested in that. So this is apparently a note generation tool. There it is there. And let's go and add, so this will be a MIDI instrument. Let's go ahead and add just an operator afterwards. So this should be generating notes for us once we hit play, I guess. We'll see. Okay. Okay, how does this work, guys? So we have a trigger here. I'm guessing this is triggering once it goes beyond the threshold here. So can I bring this down? Yep. Okay, let's bring the rate up. And we have a clock here. Let's randomize it. No, nothing happening. Can I add more steps? Okay, I have absolutely no idea what's going on, but that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so it seems like these, I'm assuming 16 dots correspond to these 16 sliders. So I needed to turn them all on. And I imagine when they cross the threshold, it's going to trigger the note, which is here. So if I bring the threshold up, randomize these. Let's go mix, shift all. So it doesn't seem to be triggering the threshold at the moment. Okay, I might need to read something here. Damn. Is there a help file? Here's an info button. Wow, this has stumped me. So what's happening is we're not getting the trigger like we did before. Let's load up a preset instead. So I definitely jumped the gun then and tried to get into it myself. Slink MIDI presets. Okay, let's go Arcona and let's see what's happening here. Hit play. So we have two tabs, pitch. So these do correspond to this. That's good. This is how fast it goes. Okay, so I've got the multiply on 0. Let's see if they trigger when they go over the threshold now. So it seems like they're triggering when they're above the threshold. It seems like they're continuously playing, and we can specify a rate here. So if I go super fast. Yep. Okay. So if I can turn another one of these on, there we go. Okay, so we're kind of getting a chord. Okay, that's cool. So if I was to change this now to more of a sine wave, we're going to get the individual notes playing. So this will loop the notes over and over. This seems to be able to play it straight through when it happens. Let's speed it up a bit. That's quite nice. Let's just change the sound to something. Let's have a look at the scale. Okay, so this is pretty simple. We can choose our scale here and our root note. So let's change it to, say, a G. And we can go through a bunch of different scales here. I'm not sure what color does. Oh, so color just adds more notes in the scale. So let's go for a minor. Let's add a few more points in here. Let's change the multiply up. It's a really cool visual picture here. Let's turn them all on. All. Let's go back to the clock. So this is timing. So this is going to re-trigger the notes based on this time here, and this is a division of this, or a multiplication of this. So how do I bring this all the way down? Let's bring the voices to 1. So here's the pitch. Alright. So the pitch settings, we can bring the range down. And the pitch seems to be moving also. So we can turn sync on. That's cool, so we can modulate the pitch of each note. Let's bring the spread up. And we can squish it up or down, that's cool. And let's slow it right down. Let's go back to our trigger. So we can set min and max velocity. I'm going to assume that this is kind of going to randomly choose a note for those. Invert. Gravity. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. It's a little bit strange. Let's put the threshold right up here. Let's get it sounding nice. We'll put in our big reverb. Go for the hybrid reverb. Let's bring the pitch down even more. Oh, this is the range. I can click and drag this all the way down. Okay, so this is how we define the main pitch range. Let's randomize all these, see what happens. And this is the re-trigger mode, I guess. That's cool. Okay, can I define... Okay, we've got a mod tab here. Pitch modulators. Man, what do these do, guys? What do these do? I'm not sure. What I'm looking for is a gate. Okay, so maybe it's this length area here. I'm going to drag these down or up. Cool. So the length, so let's make these long. We can do times 10. So this would be if you want to do some crazy drone shit. I wonder if that's going to fill up my buffer and not let me do any more. Sustain. Okay, let's get more voices. This is nice. This is nice. Okay, let's move on to the next device. Man, that's a complicated piece of work. That is. Who made this? Shot to them. Hypnos Records. Alexander Berg in collaboration with Chaos Culture. Well done. So definitely a learning curve there. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at some more stuff. So let's have a look at the audio effects. I'm going to check out the filter. Let's put that after the operator. So I can hear something happening. So it looks like we've got our frequency range here. How many? And I think it said it was a 32 band filter, if I'm not correct. 32 band pass filters whose amplitude is automated by the movement of the Slink wave engine. Okay, so this is boosting and subtracting frequencies in a sine wave fashion, which I've never actually seen anything do before, and it's creating quite a nice tone. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's mute that. We'll go over here. We'll bring the filter across. Let's just give it a nice solid. We'll just give it a saw wave, just so we can hear a pure waveform with lots of harmonics being played, and of course we'll make it nice and low. Well, there's our sine. Okay, so we can speed it up. We can go up to 4 Hz. We can go super slow. I quite like it. Let's put it in. So we've got sync mode. We've got a phase flip. We can do triplets and dots. And we have freeze. Okay. Now let's play with multiply. It's starting to sound kind of phasery now. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's bring up the ripple. Okay, so that kind of twists it all around. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice to look at? I see this being really cool for bass lines. Especially if we can assign this to something. Offset. Yep, we can invert it. And we have gravity too here. Oh, this is super organic-y. What a cool... Oh man, this is a great pack. Very, very fresh. Ooh, awesome. Agility, I'm not sure what agility does. That seems to be amount, and we have dry wet. We have an advanced tab. So we can specify the filter range, so it's 10K to 15K at the moment. And we can slope it off, which is cool. And then we can define that here. Stereo mode. So that's if we want some space. And we can set the mono of like below a certain amount, which is cool. This seems to be we can kind of reposition the wave here. So it looks like this might be actually what's happening. A bit of representation with the square waves or the individual band passes moving up and down like so. And this is kind of a smooth representation of what's happening. Let's have a look at mod. So, okay, so it seems like we can really mess with this waveform here. Oh, and we can apply the mod here. Can we? Oh, we can too. So we can apply 3 separate LFOs to the offset, the invert, and the gravity here. So these are kind of, extra LFOs that we can use. Well, isn't that super cool? So my question is, can we use the LFO to control something else using the same wave engine, I guess? It's a really neat LFO. Let's go into the packs. Slink LFO. Let's drag that in. Starting to get familiar with how this will work. So, whoa. So, we have 16 mapping destinations. Let's just go ahead and map this to, say, the filter here. So we've got 16 individual things we can map here. Oh man, yeah, this is a crazy sound design thing, eh? Okay, let's go ahead and put in, man, imagine if you could map the harmonics of the operator. Now that would be cool. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't think we can. That's the first thing that springs to mind would be mapping these to these so we could get the harmonics of the saw wave. Wow. Oh, I want to try that. I might have to save that for another video. I might need to oh, hang on a minute. I made something like this. Oh, what was it called? I made an additive operating machine. Yeah, I made something where I mapped all the different harmonics to different things. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So I've done it. So all of these operators are just playing a single harmonic in this series. So in theory, what we should be able to do is map each one of these to the different volumes. Man, that'd be cool. Let's try it. Let's try it. So there's volume. Okay, I'm going to have to do this 16 times. That's okay. This is one of those moments where I'm like, this could be groundbreaking and sound awesome, or it just sounds terrible, or it sounds extremely similar to something that already exists, and I realize this is just another way of achieving a pretty standard result, which does happen quite a lot. So I am mapping all 16 harmonics of a saw wave to this LFO. We're not getting any audio though, but that's cool. We'll figure out why in a second. Oh, there it goes. There we go. It seems like all of these have Oh, this is a shame. So if I bring up the sustain here and copy value to siblings, then I need to turn the filter off, copy value to siblings. Okay, interesting. I'm going to play some notes. Let me give you guys some... Oh, my keyboard's already been on the screen the whole time. What if I play octaves? Interesting sound. It's not, it doesn't jump out at me. Let's make it incredibly slow. Real fast. Now let's play with the multiply and ripple settings. Okay, that's starting to sound a bit better. Let's play with the ripple. Almost sounds kind of clavvy. Which makes sense as a saw wave. Let's bring these down. Let's give it some gravity. It sounds like a compressed MP3 now. Let's go invert with gravity on. There's something here, for sure. This is cool. And this is, this is just the first thing that I decided to play with. Oh, we'll turn off the filter. We'll keep it on. So we have a sample and hold section. So the MIDI comes all in. Okay, that's cool. So we're getting a I'm going to leave that for another time. Sample and hold is always a clusterfuck. And we can modify the offset, invert, and gravity like we did before. So let's go mod 1, 2, and 3 just for fun. Bring these up. Let's get them happening. I'll turn off the sample and hold. These need to go faster, I guess. I'll turn them off. And like we might as well just throw in, just to finish off this long video, we'll put in the MIDI sequencer as well. So we'll go for one of these. Let's go for waterfall. So I'm adding in the MIDI note generation device, just so we have all three of them doing stuff. And let's put the reverb on it. Wow, what a cool set of tools. Quite genuinely impressed with that. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. My mind is going crazy. What can I do with this? I'm going to be using this, I think, quite a bit in my productions, especially the LFO tool and the filter. I'm not so much on the old note generators. This one is one of the coolest ones I've seen, but I tend to like traditionally putting in my own notes. But this is cool. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Cheers.